Who do we have with us today?
My name's Paula.
Tell us what's been going on since the last time. It's been a while.
Yeah, hard, hardship, struggles.
Take your time.
It's cold outside. I live in a vacant house. It doesn't have electricity. It doesn't have water. It doesn't have heat.
But I thought you were able to do all of that stuff on your own. Remember the last time you said you could?
I was and I can, but it all depends on. I mean, okay, I'm on the west side of the city. There's vacant houses everywhere. Some of them have burnt down. Some of them have holes in them. Some of them can't be secured. So I'm living in there and anybody could come in at any time. Some of them people have been already caught stealing electricity. So they've cut it and I can't turn it back on.
It depends on the condition.
It depends on the condition of it. It depends on the neighborhood. I can't just go into any neighborhood and walk into a vacant house and be going in and out of it all the time. People call the cops on you. You know what I'm saying? You have to know people. It has to be at least somewhat habitable. You have to be able to live in it. You have to be able to turn at least one room into something that you can keep warm. You can secure. You can turn the electricity on, or you can make fires. I was in a vaco for a couple of days before. If you would have caught me, you just caught me when I finally got the chance to take a shower, but I was darker skinned than you are because of having to burn wood and that soot that comes off of it. My face was black, my hands were black. You know what I'm saying? But if it's whether I look crazy or I freeze to death, I'm going to look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, I don't know if I touched on it very much before. I'm not really in the streets because of drugs. I'm in the streets because of love. I followed somebody down here that used me, took advantage of me.
Tell us about it. You touched on it a little bit last
25
time.
25 years. I was with the same person. And I was in love with him. I did everything for him. I was loyal to him. He had 3 kids on me. He cheated on me. He lied to me. He was never really in love with me. You know what I'm saying? He caught me at 18. I was young and gullible. I had money back then. You know what I'm saying? And
where are you originally from?
Florissant.
So you come from a really good, kind of decent background.
I come from money. Yes, I do.
Okay, and for 25 years you've been down in the city
because
of
my
love.
Family disowned me.
But your family
because
disowned
I was
you
with him.
Right.
Yes, because of him.
So at no point
I'm down here because of him. I followed him down here. His baby mom and his kids live down here. I loved his children as my own. I raised them as my own. I did more for them than their own fucking mother did for them. Okay? I love the man so much. There's nothing that he could do. He had kids on me. I didn't care. I accepted them. I loved them. They were his kids. He has put his hands on me. He has fucking beat my ass like a fucking dude off the fucking street. Stomped my fucking head in. Kicked me in the fucking stomach so bad I fucking puked for 3 days. And I've never done anything but financially support him. Give him everything he wants. Treat him like a king. But it gets to the point where when you become with someone like that and you purposely were with that person to make them like that, you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You just don't care. That's the bottom line. I finally got tired of it. I left him. I've been leaving him off and on, but my birthday just passed, January 31st. I turned 41. I woke up to him that morning cussing me out and fucking calling me all kinds of names, and I left. I missed my birthday with him. I missed his birthday with him. I missed both of our food stamps, the money that comes in, the highs that we get to get. And I don't care anymore. I'm to the point that not even drugs can numb the fact that he gives no fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I left him. Well, he's the one that found the vacant house that we were in. It's his, whatever. So that put me on the street. I don't really have to ever be on the street. There's guys out here that have offered to, pay for me to live with them, blah, 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 blah. I refuse. I'm too independent. I've been doing it for me and another grown person that there was nothing wrong with for so long, that I've become so fiercely independent. I refuse to live with someone who promises that they will take me off the street and they will do this and they don't expect anything, and then even though I go in and I pay my way, I get food stamps, I make money, I, clean, I cook, I do whatever, they still feel like they have sexual control of you and you should do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. And they're not looking at it as they're taking advantage of me, but they are, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just not willing to deal with it. I would rather sleep in the cold or a vacant house and burn fire than deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to. So anyways, I left him, and I've been away from him since my birthday, January 31st. So that's probably about a month now, 10 days, 15 days, something like that. I don't know. But like I said, with that comes hardship. I don't have any place to live. It's cold outside. It's extremely hard on the streets when it's cold outside. You know what I'm saying? Unless you are willing to kiss someone's ass and live with them, or, you know, you can be lucky enough to find a decent place where you can turn on electricity and have electric heaters and blah, blah, blah. If you do not, you survive the way you can survive, which is the cheapest, easiest, free way to survive in the cold is to make fire. And, you know, it makes you stink. It makes you smell like a bonfire all the time. And, you know, with white people, with me, it sticks to my skin. It makes me fucking look dirty, like I haven't taken a shower in fucking a month. You know what I'm saying? But I deal with it because I would rather do that and take care of myself than kiss somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do it. So, yeah, I kind of got myself out of that situation as best as I could. I'm still kind of ducking and dodging because he's, you know, semi close by. And anytime that he sees me, he always ends up talking me into, he's sorry, he loves me, he didn't mean to come back, blah, blah, blah. So I'm avoiding him, and it's been working okay so far. But as far as that's concerned, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like I told you, I almost turned myself into rehab the other day. And I was really serious about doing it because the fentanyl that's out here now, when I started getting high in 1998, there was nothing but tar, okay? And then when the tar drought happened, they flooded the street with China. When the China drought happened, the fentanyl came. But this fentanyl shit is totally different. You don't get high off of it, or it's so strong it kills you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's not worth it anymore. You know, I'm out here killing myself, and I don't even get to get high. I'm just functioning. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up that that drug takes you to that place where you have to get high to function, but you don't even get high. You have to do the drug just to function like a normal human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just get up and wash my face and take a shower and put my clothes on, because if I'm dope sick, I don't have the energy. I don't feel good. Then I have to get out here and I have to try to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's getting too hard. So I just am to the point where I'm like, you know what? I want to go to rehab. I want to get off of this shit. I want to get out of the streets. And I went and I found out that you don't even have to get a bed anymore. The free beds, or the government funded beds. I have Medicaid also. They give beds. You can go any day of the week, Monday through Friday, and be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and most likely you get a bed. And I went down there and I tried to do it, but it was a weekend and they weren't giving beds that day, and I left and I got high, and I'm still getting high. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just basically you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I've been there for years. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I continue to do it. I guess it's just because there's a lot of shit in my life and a lot of shit in my situations that I choose not to think about and deal with. I numb it out with drugs. I get high. It's always there when I come down. You know what I'm saying? But for the time that you're high, you're not thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's also not just the drugs. You get addicted to the street life. You get addicted to the fast money. You get addicted to not having to report to anyone, tell anyone what you're doing, where you're going. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just all of that, and you're fighting it, trying to get out of it. But it's so much easier. They make it so hard to do the right thing, to get off of it, to live a better life. It's just so much easier to just continue to do it, that it doesn't even really become about addiction anymore. It becomes about... One of my dope dealers. I was just living with him. Anyways, okay, so yeah, it becomes easier and less time consuming and everything else to just continue to get high, you know? It's just a matter of how long do you continue to get high while continuing to live the hard lifestyle and struggle every day to survive just because you make the choice that you don't want to go through the work of making yourself better? So that's where I'm at right now.
Is going back to your family an option?
No.
When did it become not an option? In the 25 years that you've been dealing with this, when was it like a permanent no?
10.
10 in. So
Yep.
15, you've been winging it on your
Yep.
own.
15, I've been winging it on my own, completely curing and taking care of another grown human being's dope habit, crack habit, cigarette habit, clothes, shoes, food. I pay for all of that I have for 15 years. Just out of love and loyalty.
What advice could you give a young lady who's thinking about walking in the same footsteps
Don't do it.
that you did
Don't do it. Do not touch fentanyl.
for love?
For love?
For the toxic substances, all of that. What would you tell them?
Make sure that the person loves you in return. Make sure that they are not tricking you, using you, manipulating you, making you believe that they feel the same way when they don't. Because once you fall in love, you're in love and you can't help it anymore. And like they say, love is blind. Love and loyalty is everything. How far will you go? How much are you willing to take? How much are you willing to do? And once you're in there, it really doesn't matter anymore if they feel the same way or they're willing to go the same distance, because you're so in it already. You can't stop. To this day, he's treated me nothing but fucking like shit. He just fucking dogged me out in every kind of way you can. He has fucking disrespected me. He put his hands on me, called me on my name. I never knew that a person could force you out of love with them, but they can. And it's incredible that, I don't know if it's my love or my loyalty or just the fact that I was with some person for 25 years and I care about him so much. It's not that I want to be with him. I don't want to be with him anymore. I'm not in love with him anymore. But I still get teared up and have a hard time accepting that without me doing for him, is he going to be able to survive? Is he going to drown? I don't want to see him drown. I still care about him. I still don't want him to fall into a hole and not be able to climb his way out. But it's funny because he's the one that put me in my hole. And I'm still trying to climb my way out, basically. So I would tell you, don't ever touch fentanyl. Do not ever touch heroin in your life. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells you, how fun it is, how good of a high it is. It will do nothing but ruin your life and relationships for the rest of your life. If you do it for love, make sure it's returned love. Because if the person doesn't feel the same way about you, you're going to face nothing but heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, pain, suffering. Because you're always going to be in a situation where you are smacked in the face with the fact that you know, and you can clearly see that person does not feel the same way, does not care about you the same way. But once you're in, you're in. You know, you're going to do whatever it takes because you're going to prove that you're that person, that you can do that you can withstand this, that you can go through this, that you can be that person. And the whole time they're knowing that you're going to be willing to do that because of that reason. So they play against you, and you know what I'm saying? So I would say make sure that it is a mutual love before you do it.
And on the closeout, if it's anything you want to leave us with, which you've left us with so much already, but on the
hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be clean and sober. That's the only thing I want to say.
We appreciate you sharing with us, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.